Hi there guys, it's Craig from MobileTechTalk again, and we're back taking a look at the EC Technology 5-watt speaker that we actually took away on holiday with me. We were in a lovely villa in Portugal for a week, and we took this to try and blare some tunes out whilst myself and my wife were in the pool. So we're going to give you a bit of an overview of what we thought about the product, whether we think it's any good, whether we'd recommend it, and just a few bits and pieces that we found out whilst we're using it. So stay with us. So after using this product for about a week, probably the thing I should probably say first is it's a 1300 milliamp hour battery, so it's just immense in terms of battery life. We used it on and off for 2 to 3 hours each day, some days probably up to about 4 hours, and that was over a 5-day period. We got 14 to 15 hours of continuous use. That's without charging it at all. We charged it up once fully before we left. It took about an hour and a half to 2 hours to charge. And that 1300 milliamp hour battery, which the new iPhone SE only has a 1600 milliamp hour battery or thereabouts, so it really is one hell of a battery to have in a portable Bluetooth speaker like this. So that lasted us almost until the end of the holiday, and then I just had to touch it up a little bit for the last day. Absolutely brilliant in terms of battery life. Sound, not quite as good. It's 5 watts. It's coming off at the top of this particular speaker grill that you can see here, so it is all funneled out the top, so you don't get any sort of spatial effect or anything like that. It's quite a flat EQ. It's good enough for around by the pool. We had it in right by the pool whilst we were in the pool, and had it about 50%, 60% volume from my phone that it was connected to, and we had no issues at all. We also had it in the actual on the table that was outside whilst we were eating and having drinks. That was absolutely fine as well. There was some ambient noise. There was a couple of other people in the villas to the left and right of us, so there was noise that could have drowned this out, and when we were in the pool and all the splashing and whatnot, that could have drowned it out as well. But it did a really good job actually. It gets suitably loud. It maintains acceptable clarity. You don't get an awful lot of bass. You don't get an awful lot of clarity in the mids. But the highs are probably a little bit better. But it does okay. It's 5-watt battery. It's a 5-watt driver rather. What do you expect? The pad on the bottom, the rubber pad on the bottom, really did help as well, because obviously we had it on some slippery surfaces. We had it on some non-flat surfaces, and it was great. If you have a look at the full written review on our website, which I'll leave a link down in the description, you'll see some of the pictures of some of the places we were actually using this, and a little bit more in-depth information about how we did use it. But the rubber pad on the bottom, the silicone rubber on the bottom, really did help and stop it moving around. So I'm really trying to move it there, and I can only really rock it. So that was great. I suppose the only other slight thing that I had a bit of a pet peeve with is these buttons on the bottom, and it seems to be becoming a bit of a trend now. I don't know whether you can see it. You can probably just see them, make them out there. These buttons here, there's a play and pause that doubles as a power on and off, and a call, receive and reject button, receive and hang up. You've then got a minus and a plus, which is for volume up, volume down, and previous and next tracks. What seems to be happening in the market with these sort of things now, and a lot of Bluetooth headphones as well, is that instead of the plus and the minus being volume up and down to begin with, a single press is volume up and down, is previous and next track, whereas a long press on the plus and minus is actually the volume, which seems ridiculous to me. I understand that probably most people using this product will be controlling the volume via their phone or the device that it's connected to, but it just seems a little bit silly that the first thing that these plus and minus buttons do isn't turn the volume up and down. Nevertheless, it did work. We didn't actually change the volume too much, so maybe they're absolutely right in their design, maybe it's just me, but I found that a little bit annoying. The other slight annoying thing is the fact that they didn't have a separate port for audio out, so you couldn't charge it and have the audio port, the aux port, the 3.5mm port actually being used at the same time, because the cable that you get with this is a 3.5mm to micro USB jack, So the 3.5mm goes in your device and the micro USB goes in here. So you can't charge it and use that aux adapter at the same time, which is a little bit annoying. But with the battery life of, like I say, 14 to 15 hours of continuous playback over Bluetooth, you're probably not going to care too much. So check out the links in the description for the availability from Amazon. But for the price, I honestly can't recommend this enough. I think if you're after something that's just going to play a little bit of music, maybe you want to listen to some audiobooks or some podcasts, or a little bit of music with a few friends around dinner, around a pool, which is what we used it for, or at night where there's not quite as much ambient noise, this is brilliant. It's not a boombox, it's not going to be a sort of a party Bluetooth speaker. You can't have 200 people around and expect them to listen to this unless they were very close and very quiet. But it does exactly what it says on the tin for a good price. It's made out of stainless steel. I've dropped it a couple of times and I've only just slightly nicked it there, as you can tell. Brilliant product, another good product from EC Technology. As you know, we kind of cover quite a lot of their products, and I think this is probably the best Bluetooth speaker that they've produced. And I said this about another Bluetooth speaker they produced last year, so year on year they're iteratively improving. So check out MobileTechTalk.co.uk for more products like this. Like I say, link in the description. Please subscribe and thumbs up if you like the video. If you think that I sound incredibly boring, which is some of the comments I've had before, hopefully I'm a little bit more upbeat today because I'm a little bit happier and I'm not quite as tired. That's what a week in Portugal in a nice villa will do for you. So thanks very much, like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one.